more going to be a bit of an instructional video, explaining basically advice on taking on the Ender Dragon and also advice on raiding the End Cities. The way how this is going to work is I'm going to do a run of the dragon as I've okay, so facing against the dragon and the End Cities I've done quite a bit without, off air. And last night and the night before I did the thing. So personal advice I will say is completely empty your inventory before you even begin doing this. Okay? Only really taking the stuff you know you're going to need. So, we're going to use this chest as an example. First of all, I want to just put an elytra. And then the rest of the armour is going to go into this chest along with this. The elytra is so I can get over there. What I'm going to need when I get there is a shovel, some dirt, some food. As well as that, I need to get to my ender chest. Sorry, shulker box. As I'm going to want one of these as well. This is a totem of undying, and they are obtained by defeating evokers in mansions. Evokers are kind of done for the whole creeper technique, which I'll show you what that technique involves now. But first of all, it's night time, so we're going to go. This is just so that I can get everything ready. I went into the wrong thing. So I also want to just take with me some form of sword for the moment. We'll take that. We'll also take this sword as well. And I want to put all these in. It's a good idea to take like a full stack of food with you. As the idea of this is it's also going to be a bit of a challenge, but we'll see what happens. I pretty much believe just following all this advice I should be able to take out the dragon in one go. Like go through there and win. Okay, so what do you need to do? First of all, you need to make sure that you're swift with everything you do. Can I hear zombies? Just make sure you're swift, make sure you are doing everything necessary. Anything that's what I'm going to call is unnecessary, just ignore it. Like, you're going to have time to do that afterwards. The only thing I'd say do if you've got the chance while you're at it, and this is only if you actually are bothered about doing this, is collecting dragon's breath for making potions, and you do that by catching it in a bottle. Other than that, there's not really anything. The dragon has 2 attacks. Well, 3 if you encounter it's what I call stopping attack. Okay, the first attack that the dragon does is it will swoop down. However, this, as long as you can keep a good eye on the dragon, is avoidable. You can completely stop him from hurting you. Also, he cannot completely wipe out your health with that attack if you are on full hearts. Second attack is where he will fire a ball at you, but he cannot hit you if you're constantly moving. So again, just keep moving. His third attack is when he is stationary and he's just breathing out his breath. All you need to do for that attack, very simple, just get up at least 2 blocks, and you want to get up at least 4 blocks anyway, so you can actually start hitting him. We're going to be doing this with, I'm going to be taking the dragon out with this actual shovel. The sword isn't really going to be needed, and neither is the pickaxe. Also, when you have defeated the dragon, you then want to be taking Just basically get yourself straight back to spawn, just so you know you're safe, and then once you've used up the XP, because there is a chance that going into the end city you might glitch out like what this world has been doing. Yeah, anyway, I think I've talked on long enough, so everything's in the end chest there, which you can simply make by just getting one more Enderman. Let's go to the stronghold. Now, yes, I have the Elytra. The Elytra is obviously not needed for doing this. I'm just using it to save time. You'll notice as well I'm not going in with any armor on, okay? You don't need it. I'm going in with just simply food, 2 stacks of dirt, and a shovel. The shovel is to dig the dirt and attack the dragon when needed. Now, yes, there are Endermen around there, but literally as long as you can just keep a nice eye on what you're actually doing in the end, the Enderman won't even bother you. Just be very careful where you're looking. Either be looking mostly up or mostly down without actually, you know, taking the mic. And keeping everything in your peripheral. I think that's how you pronounce it. Any other advice for taking on the dragon? I'm not sure. The end city has a bit of a different advice, and we're going to... That's why I say I'm going to come back. Okay, so let's head over there. Don't take anything valuable into the end with you. That's one thing I will say. Except for if it's like really good armor that you know can let you survive the fight. Don't take it. If you... Like, okay. Taking armor that's really, really good is just asking for it to be destroyed. No? We're not going to go down straight away because I want to make sure it's night time. This is the next bit of advice. Have a spawn saved next to the stronghold. Now we're needing leather on this world, so I'm going to go get them llamas and hopefully get some leather from them. Yeah, this is not a daunting fight. It's something that, yeah, you will want to prepare for, but as long as you are prepared, it shouldn't be any harder than, I don't know, taking on a skeleton. It'll just take a bit longer to do. Once you also have this advice and you can apply it every time you go into the end is something that you can farm and will actually be a great thing to farm. As you can see, we've got everything set up here already. We've got my end chest as well, so I'm just going to grab my looting sword whilst we wait for nighttime to fall. This is being recorded live as well, but I am going to see if I can get this edited down. As long as I have no errors with my internet or have any distractions, I should be sorted. But obviously little bits like this will probably be cut out. So, what do I mean by the get in your face tactic? Well, don't do that. That is simply one hit and back off. When you're going against pretty much any mob, and it's the same for the dragon, you just want to keep going at it like that. Don't give it chance to attack you. If you're using a weapon that has knockback, they're awful for doing that. Don't use knockback weapons, because you do want to be in the face. Like, if you looked at that first llama that I went against, it had chance to attack me. However, the second one I did not give chance to attack, and it was dead before it even got a move to make. Okay, we're getting into about the last quarter of the day. I'm going to stay above ground until it actually gets to a point where I can sleep. Once I can sleep, we will then be ready to fight. I've just realised something. Okay guys, I'm going to end the stream and then we'll restart it.